last week, we basically decided to make a couple of changes to the team. And what happened is we changed myself out, I subbed out, and brought in a new player called Shacker. And Shacker's going to play jungle for EG now. We're also going to have N-Rated come on as like more of an analyst. Ideally, we want to have a 7-man roster as opposed to a 5-man roster. And by having that, it allows us to identify strengths and weaknesses of each other's play. For example, Shacker could watch me, or N-Rated could watch Creepo, and by having that, we can improve each other's play. With N-Rated coming off of Fnatic, we'll look to take Chris, and Chris is going to come on as an analyst role. He'll also later on fill a sub role, but right now it's an analyst role, in which he's going to watch our games actively. He's going to see all of our strategies, come up with new strategies, and try and identify the weaknesses. Because we're near the bottom of the league right now, which is pretty unacceptable for us, we needed to find out what we need to do to get better. And having Chris on board is going to help to do that. Whether he finds a new team later on or not, right now, when he doesn't have a new team, it's a huge waste of an asset in the LCS and in the competitive scene. And I wanted to make sure we took him and then used them for our team's benefit, and also his benefit as well. It keeps him up to date with the scene and keeps him current if he does look for a new team later on. Well, during the downtime, when between splits, I was in China, and Frogman was still playing a lot then. He ran into a guy called Shacker, and Shacker's he's a very, very good player in solo queue, but he's never really been like a proper team environment, not an LCS team anyway. The biggest reason we did it so soon, even though we came off of a 1-1 weekend, which isn't actually too bad, we wanted to test Shacker in a bigger environment. Going to the studio is not the most pressure in comparison to an event like here in Tenerife. If we go to Gamescom and playoffs, he needs to be able to handle that pressure. So Tenerife's like a prime example of seeing if he can actually take that pressure on board and still play his A game. So that's why we did it so soon rather than later. We don't know how long it's going to be, this trial period, but we'll see how it goes.